I just filmed a video, evidence of books being thrown. Okay, that's not really thrown, that's more like gently placed. But those being like, what? Fuck off books, I don't need you anymore, you've done your deed. I was like, God damn it, Sarah, just, start a vlog. It's Monday. Monday is a new day for vlogs. It's a good day to start. And also, I'm highly glamorous.
No.
Look at that love heart. That doesn't tell you glamorous, I don't know what will. I'm currently reading is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. My little feller's gone, once again, can't remember his name. I don't know why. Does he look like a Fred? I decapitated his head. I'm on page 238. So I read that bit. We're losing light, ladies and gentlemen, we're losing light as the time goes on. Back in 2017 is when I first read, I'm not gonna lie, probably 6 of Colleen Hoover's books. I was addicted, and apparently she still can do it to me in 2021. I'm still there. I can literally go through her pages, the books, in a goddamn nanosecond. So I'm giving myself like really emo vibes. Maybe this is the true me. Am I in my natural habitat, or am I fraud? My last reading vlog, I was reading for Blood and Ash. I'm on page 172 for Blood and Ash. I don't want to read it, but the hype is getting to me. I don't want to read this book anymore because I have such high expectations, and now I just feel like this book is shit when I'm reading it because I don't know. So I'm going to put it down. I don't know how long I'm going to put it down for, but I have no desire to pick it up. Even though like I'm like going back and forth. Even though the book is good, I just can't. I had this sudden urge to like read Colleen Hoover for some reason. I was like, God damn it, Sarah, follow your urges. It's either my urges or my intuition. Intuition was like, goddamn, read Colleen Hoover. So we're here. I'm not going to be looking this fine for the rest of the vlog probably, so really soak this up while you can. So I have this little like whiteboard, semi-whiteboard, half like you can stick stuff into it board. I don't know how to describe it board, but it's a board. So I have 3 lines down. One section is lecture, another section is reading. I have my modules on the other section, and I do a little tick off if I've watched the lecture, I've done the reading. Today I had like a 2-hour lab, and it was so interesting. We had to do like live tweeting, like an event, and it was so interesting because they were like, this is what journalists do. I'm like, I don't want to be a journalist, but here I am, live tweeting, and I got so into it. We were watching like a Roy Keane documentary. I was like, this guy's passive aggressive. I didn't say that in the tweet because I felt like that would have been weird, but like he was so passive aggressive to the interviewer. It was so funny. It's like, hey, peace. Okay, so who looks better right now? This woman right here, or this woman right here? Can't really point at myself because I have no hands left. I think me right now, she's looking fine as fuck. It's like 5:30 right now. I'm just back from a walk with the dogs, and I didn't film anything or take my phone because it was on 2%. I was not going to risk it for the biscuit. Okay, I put you down because I don't really want to be standing. And the barking begins. Hello, monsieur, please stop barking. This book, I'm on page 318. I'm so close to finishing. I'm probably going to finish it tonight if I read it, or tomorrow morning. Just Colleen Hoover and her writing. Eat it up like it's a goddamn chocolate bar. Probably going to finish this soon, and I don't know what to read next.
Best to leave it there. So what I'll do is I'll record.
It's like 3:20 right now. I decided to sit down and just update ye vocally because I feel like I haven't done that in a couple of days. I finished Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, I think on Tuesday. I remember on the live show with Bisma that we were talking about like Colleen Hoover, and like we were talking about loads of stuff, but Colleen Hoover came up, and I remember saying that her, like the stuff in her books is dodgy, and I thought, like thinking about it now, I think that's really inconsiderate and just bad of me to say, because she talks about topics that need to be talked about. Like there's abuse in this book. If that is something you do not want to read about, do not read about it. But she knows it from first-hand experience, And I think it's just so amazing that she's able to write this into a book, and that readers like myself can view how the victim actually thinks in this sort of relationship, in an abusive relationship. And it's a way I would have never thought, because for some reason, if let's say there's an abusive relationship, I immediately go to like, why isn't she leaving, or like, why isn't he leaving the situation? Obviously I'd stop to think then, like, why is the guy doing it, or the girl who's abusing doing it? But that wouldn't be my first thought, and I just think that's so incredibly horrible of me to think about that way. And if other people think about that way, as the victim, they obviously really love the person, and reasoning out things is just shit. Because you can think, oh yeah, he pushed me, he was in a bad mood, and then you let that slide, and then the next thing accidentally like punched me because I was really annoying, and your brain is reasoning out the bad behavior of the person who's being abusive to you. And I never thought about that before, and I just thought it was an incredible book. 5 stars all the time. I started was To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, and I'm on page 164. This book, I'm enjoying it. It's fast, contemporary. I'm finding the little sister Kitty really annoying. I think she's like really spoiled. She's either spoiled or just brutally honest and bold. I liked her in the movie, but just in the book. I have a law workshop at 4 today, so I have to go to that. But I need to upload my February TBR. I also want to re-dye my hair black, because it's kind of coming out, like, especially at my roots. No. I finished Gilmore Girls, and I'm quite sad. Not only have I finished Gilmore Girls, I've also finished the other one they did, like The Year in the Life, where each episode is like a movie's length of a movie. I'm literally grieving because I love that show so much. I love the mother-daughter relationship, the banter, the continuous wittiness of the characters. Book related, I'm on page 258. So literal to God, look at this hair.
He needs some milk.
I'm either going to finish this book today or tomorrow, because guess who's doing another live reading sprint today? Not me. Yeah, my mom. She's actually hosting a live reading sprint. I'm actually really proud of her. So I'm doing a live reading sprint today with me, Bisma. It's going to be really fun, and I'm going to get a lot of reading done. Sorry, I'm just staring at my plant. There's not a lot of sun in my room, so plants die, or they don't die, they just like, the roots of this plant do not look good.
Oh Lord Jesus!
I'm enjoying this book. It's going really fast. I wouldn't say it's like the best contemporary I've ever read, because contemporaries I feel like are just really repetitive. So yesterday night, I think at 12 o'clock, I watched this video, Jacqueline Wilson readathon, that's starting so soon. I think starting like next week or the week after. And when I tell you, I've never been more excited about a readathon in my whole life. Just looking at Jacqueline Wilson's books and Judy Curtin's books and fairy books just fill me with utter happiness and joy. It's Phil. I'm going to do a little show and tell of my Jacqueline Wilson books. First one is Lola Rose, Little Darlings. And I must got bored one day because I don't know if you can really see it, but I like circled her eyes. The Longest Whale Song. I remember this book so clearly. Love Lessons, Girl Under Pressure, Girls in Love. These books I literally hid from my parents because I was like, this is scandalous. There was probably just like only kissing in this, and I was scandalized. I was like, if anyone saw me read this, I'm going to hell. My scale of authors that I read throughout my younger years, it started off with the fairy books, those really skinny fairy books. And then it was those books with the dogs on them, and they were really skinny too. Each book had a different dog on the cover. I loved those books. I have so many of those in the cupboard. Then after those dogs books, I got into Jacqueline Wilson, and then I think after that I got into Judy Curtin. And I remember Judy Curtin's books so well. Like, I absolutely love them. I want to reread all these books. When I tell you the happiness I feel when I look at these books, it's just beyond words. Girl talk, what is this book? Well, let me tell you. Puberty. I remember getting given these books. I was in primary school. I think I was doing homework or something. And my mom came in and she just set down a few books and just left. And I looked over, I was like, there was another book along with this, but I don't know where it is. Slow down. There's no need to rush for a girl to start having boyfriends and thinking about kissing, cuddling, or even getting too involved. It's almost 1 o'clock now, and I think I'm gonna read more of this book. I want to get to page like 300 maybe. Hello! So there's so many live reading sprints on right now, and I don't know which one to join. Like there's so many to pick from. And my reading update, because I have done a bit of a drastic reading update. Not really that drastic. I mean, it's not like life-changing. But I finished All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. And I gave it 3 stars out of 5. But it was a fast, like, cute contemporary book. Nothing that special, to be honest. If I read this a couple of years ago, would have absolutely loved this 5 stars. The little sister just pissed me off to no extent. So then the book I picked up is... currently reading The Bone Crier's Moon by Catherine Purdy. The book is actually here. I'm on page 86. I started it, I kind of started it yesterday. I read like 5 pages yesterday night, but I mostly started it today. I always struggle to say that bit. When I'm showing you how much I've read, I always struggle to say, yeah, I've read this bit. I know, I just say everything besides the word bit. I don't even know how many times I said but. I'm like, I've read this but. I'm enjoying it so far. It's kind of giving me like siren vibes. I'm kind of confused at the names because the bone criers they're only women. So they have to collect 3 grace bones, which are from animals. So they have to kill an animal to get the grace bones. And then before they can like upgrade or something to a different title, they need to kill a human. And they basically sing. They attract the guy who would be their like connection, that they're like soul, they're binding. So she sings and then they come and she kills them. And then she's upgraded to the next level. It's from 3 point of views. I started a new TV show. It is called Bridgerton. Trending on Netflix so much, and I just gave in. I'm on episode 5. So much like Gossip Girl, because your one is always talking and she writes like newspaper articles about whatever is happening. It's literally Gossip Girl, just like an older lady. I'm gonna go into reading sprint now, so I think I'll read up to like page 100 maybe. Who wants to do some weights with me? Lads, yoga class, get your yoga pants on. If I did this every day for like 10 hours, probably have no arms left, but I'd have some massive guns on my non-existent arms. Say goodbye to the weights, because they're leaving. It is Sunday now. It's daytime / evening right now. I think I'm going to finish off Bridgerton now. I'm on episode 7. Today I changed my bed sheets. I hoovered. Feeling good for The Bone Crier's Moon. I got to page 122. So I'm not even gonna lie, like when I'm reading it, it's like going really fast. It's interesting. I'm not liking the two characters. One of them is one of the main characters. I'm not liking him, or I'm not liking his like sidekick or something, or like part of his friend group. I just hate how they're treating this other character, and I know that they're like enemies. If they put a cool design here of like, I don't know, even a cat's face, it would still be class. I have it set up for me to finish. If my face looks a bit swollen or my eyes look a bit deranged, it's because I cried, like a serious cry now, like 2 hours ago, so I'm recuperating from that session. But I watched some Ireland's Family, the Sidemen Sunday video, made me feel a lot better, and I listened to the score music. I don't think I read anything. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still on page 122. This week I finished 2 books, which I'm very proud of myself for doing that. I've also put all of, or most of Jacqueline Wilson's books like right there, because I don't know what to do with them, but I want to look at them. My bed sheets are now this grey, so like matches my walls. Also, I finished Bridgerton. I have my retainers in, so if I sound like I have a lisp, it's because I do. We found out who the person was. I don't like the character. I never liked this character. Anyways, can't say anything more of what gender they are, because that would be a spoiler. We've seen ass. There was this one episode where there was sex scenes one after another, so if you're not into that, obviously don't watch the show. I thought it was a good show though. I like the characters, I like the plot. There was this one scene which it wasn't morally right. I think it's your own responsibility to look up about the show or the movie before you watch it. If you know you're not gonna like, it's 9:30 right now, and I think I'm going to watch a movie. I kind of want to watch Baywatch for some reason. I'm really into rewatching or rereading stuff. I love rereading books too. I think it's really fun. Like if I liked it the first time, why not read it a second time?